If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get four to hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo!
Oh, hold on.
Equally disperse the dog hair on myself, so...
It is not that bad back there.
Yes, it is.
It is not that bad.
Yes.
I can't stand you people. I was told last minute to switch this up. I would have wiped it. But also...
No, you wouldn't have. What are you lying?
Eat a dick with the dog. I'm so tired of the dog. You wipe it off, it comes off. All these fucking people, and then they gotta... And then he's gonna have a kid one day, and his shit kid is gonna like burp and barf on me, and I don't get to act like, ooh, there was dog hair. Sorry about it. Oh, you can go fuck yourself with your fucking shit. I can't stand you people. There's dog hair on me. Take your hands and do this. It's done. It's done, you cunt.
Burn it off of you.
That's right. And then burn yourself. Anyway, you've reached the Goblin Ogre podcast. Just angry all the time now.
Ogre podcast.
Oh, you're not coming up. Why are you not coming?
No,
Do
is
a
he not?
Oh, maybe I just need to turn you up. Maybe you just...
We need to do a sound check.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, now I can hear you better.
Turn me up.
Yeah, and we can go a little louder because we don't have all the nonsense. Oh, I could probably even...
Well, you can turn the air conditioning off.
Yeah, I guess so.
Turn the car off.
But,
and then bake in here.
yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah. Would be like a souffle.
A souffle?
Yeah.
That was a very specific... Why would you go with a souffle?
Well, I mean, it's a mixture of all the cultures.
What? In what way?
You're French.
Yeah.
Canadian. Right?
What does this...
Scottish.
What? No.
And then curry.
Yeah, but what... Oh, I know we're a mix, but what... How is a souffle a mix of different cultures?
Well, there's the top part.
Uh-huh.
There's the filling and the cheese. Souffle.
At first, I was confused because I just thought you meant souffles are multi-ethnic. You're like, every ethnicity has their own souffle. You don't know that?
That's what I was wondering. I was like, what is... And then he's like saying other Indian, Tamil. I'm like, there's a Tamil souffle? What is it? It's mutton. Lots of mutton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You guys love a good mutton.
Oh, it's the best meat.
That's a Hindu thing, though, right?
No. Hindus...
They like goat and mutton because it's fake beef.
Fake beef?
Yeah, because they can't eat beef.
Yeah,
so they find things that are like
beef. It's just not beef.
No, but they're the closer things to beef.
Yeah.
We have mutton because we have more goats than we have sheep. It's not a Hindu thing. It's just like more accessibility.
You have more goats than you have sheep.
Yes.
So then why would mutton be your thing?
Because mutton is
sheep.
Goat.
No, goat is goat. What?
No.
What did you just say?
No. Female goat is mutton.
No. Mutton is sheep. Is sheep's meat. You speak French. Mouton. Meat.
Oh.
Mutton.
I have no idea.
You're a farmer. You should answer all these questions.
I just eat beef, man. I don't.
You don't. You
even,
only eat beef.
Yeah, you're gay, smaller animals.
But you have to admit, though, lamb is better than beef. Beef is a little like beef is good. Don't get me wrong, but
it depends on what cut. There's a lot of shitty beef cuts, but you get like a nice steak.
Yeah,
lamb's not touching a nice steak.
I don't know.
No, we're talking about that stewing beef that is only good if you cook.
Yeah, that's
for
trash.
18 hours.
No, but like even the best cuts of beef, I don't know. Going against a nice cut of lamb, I would go lamb over beef.
I don't know if I could admit I like lamb over beef. Sometimes, but not.
I like lambs more than I like cows. On the hierarchy of how much I like the animals.
Yeah.
Cows are... I hate them.
You hate cows.
I hate cows.
That's because that's like that racism thing where it's like people who don't grow up around certain people, they don't hate them. It's when you grow up around... That guy has a pigeon on his head.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That guy.
He's a white dude in a shitty area.
I told
of course
you,
he has a pigeon.
White people around here are no good.
Trash white people.
Yeah. I've settled myself into a community where I don't trust any of the other whites around here.
That's okay. You got like 5 years before this place is gentrified.
Oh yeah, it's right across the street. I can see it coming at me like
I
a
know.
slow tidal wave,
I wish we could film
An
that.
avalanche of yoga studios and
and they're just tearing down all the
Body
old
shakes.
project buildings here too. So you can just watch them tear down, and I'm like, oh, there's another one. And how many people live in these buildings too? I don't know why my neighborhood's not busier.
oh, they don't want to go outside.
No,
Have you seen outside?
pigeon guy.
Yeah.
He's scaring them away. He
Pretty
just
much.
patrols. Stay in the building. Oh man, no, they don't come. You don't have like an active neighborhood. You have like a nice park not far from here.
Yeah, but they're trying to put tents in there.
Yeah, it's active enough, I guess. I don't really participate in the community
You
too
should.
much.
I don't participate in my community. They're always doing something, and I
Yeah.
don't like it.
Really? I participate in my community.
What is your community?
The quarter
The downtown community. It's just a bunch of drunks in your area who.
You get
No.
drunk.
We have an active, our building has active members who sit out front and people watch, and I am part of that. I go outside to smoke, sit on the ledge there and watch people or tourists.
That's not a community. That's
Community
I'm talking
activity.
about in my neighborhood, there's a park by my apartment, and they set up like things where they sell crap, and then all the kids are like playing in the jungle gyms, and they all talk and they meet up there. They're all Muslim, all of them, but still they have a community. That's a community.
But
you
that's a
going
terrorist
outside for a
organization.
fucking bogue is not a community.
Once
It is a terror. Yes.
or twice a month, they groups of African Americans congregate in the park across the street and
Yeah.
play music really loud.
That's community.
Yeah, and I
Any gunfire and police?
it's been pretty low on the gunfire here recently.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's good.
There's been some stabbings.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's all homeless on homeless stabbings.
it's you know what? That's that UK influence.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're grime rappers.
Yeah, the
instead.
grime rap.
Yeah.
No shooting, all stabbing.
I keep on Trontology, keeps me up to date on the crime in my neighborhood.
Oh.
It's a lot of rapper on rapper crime.
You know what? I've noticed that too. All of the Toronto IG accounts, they're all like region based. Like Six Buzz is mostly Brampton.
Yeah.
And then Toronto only is like Regent Park. Another one's like what's that shitty part of North York? Jane and Fincher. Yeah.
Say all of North York.
That is not true. North York is a magical place with wonderful Koreans, Chinese, and
That's called Markham.
the Persians are okay.
I don't know if I've ever really interacted with a Persian. I guess what is Armin? He's
Yeah.
a Persian.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. So you don't like them.
I don't like Persians.
They have
Not a good
shitty
one.
food.
Isn't that a food? A Persian or something?
Yeah, Persian food is shitty food.
No, but like up north, like a Persian. Like when
Rug?
you go
It's
to
like a type of donut.
Thunder Bay. It's
Yes.
like a treat.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's like
There's a
Ah,
Persian restaurant there that's a treat.
no, it's not Persian food. It's just called a Persian.
it's a Persian. Yeah, like imagine there's that. Imagine you had a donut called a
Okay.
Polish. It's a Persian. I forget what it is, but he's right.
It was confusing why they would call it a Persian. Probably because they're like, let's name it something, some race that we'll never see in Thunder Bay. We'll never run into this issue of having to rename our foreign snack.
I mean, Persians are perfect for the cold. They're very hairy, so that they keep the
True.
heat in.
I do want to circle back to you're right though, Felix. Persian food sucks. It's
Yeah.
terrible. They cook meat. I think the cooked part of it's barbecued meat, I guess, in a sense. It's skewered meat, right? That's
Yeah,
pretty
just
cool.
grilled meat, yeah.
But then their rice, they just cook rice and then they sprinkle saffron on top of it and they go, that is tasty rice there. And I go, that's just rice with one spice.
And their veggies, they just chop it and then burn one side of it. Like literally crispy burn one side of it
Yeah.
and then put it. So one side's like dark and blackened and the other is just raw.
Have you ever had a burnt tomato? For
Greek people do that too.
Greek people, I'll reiterate, I think I said it on this podcast
oh,
before.
look, it's a blind date.
Oh, that's not a blind date. Look, she's
No.
touching his head.
Oh.
Maybe she's blind and she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh.
Well, she's making sure he's not sunburnt up there.
Is this love?
No.
This has to be.
No, it's like I'm thinking this is love, but unrequited. Was that the right word? Unrequited. Like they haven't accomplished their love. Like they're into each other, and so they went for a deep hug, but they didn't kiss.
No, yeah.
So that means they're not fucking. They're like, this is, they won't admit to each other the love that they have.
Do one of them live here, or did they just pick the weirdest place to meet up for a date?
No, I think one of them lives here.
Do you know the street intersection meth and crack? Yeah, Persian food, burnt tomato. Oh, I was saying this. Yeah, Greeks. They're just Middle Eastern people. I used to think of them as Europeans because of historically it being in Europe, but they're Middle Eastern people. There's no difference.
That's what I tell my girlfriend all the time. I go, "You're not white."
No, she's Middle Eastern
with feta cheese. That's basically
yeah. Otherwise, they do everything the same. They're annoying in the same ways.
Oh my god, that's the first time I've ever seen a Muslim use deodorant. That's like the weirdest. Just outside his car, dump trash on the floor and then use his deodorant.
He did dump trash all over the ground. Or no, just putting the trash back in now?
Yeah, oh, I bet he is. That's so fantastic.
This is a pretty good spot, actually, to do a car cast.
Car cast? Yeah. On my way here, as I realize I have this, like, that's to hold my phone when I'm, like, using my GPS or whatever, I'm like, this is a little crooked. This is bothering me. I just might do a separate podcast that's just called the Carcast, and I do it all the time.
Yeah, just wherever you're going anywhere.
Yeah, you just I'll message comedians, whoever, and I'm like, hey, you want to do a podcast? They're like, sure. Where? I go
on my way to a set.
Yeah, on my way to a set or downstairs from your building.
And you can do one with Lee while you drive him to his new girlfriend's place.
Oh my god,
out of town. Sounds like he might be lying and just not doing anything like that. It's like a Charlie Paradise lie where he's like, I got a girlfriend. She's from out of town. She's a couple towns over.
Oh, you know what I just realized I could do for Felix? Is
flash?
Yeah. Can I turn on the flash still?
But
or is that
it's not going to reach all the way back here.
I think it will.
Whiter.
I think it will. I've got my faith in
technology.
It's also daylight. I don't know how much flash is going to do.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are such haters.
Well, I mean, that's part of the charm.
Look how well you can see Felix now.
It's made him darker.
Fantastic. That's what I try to go for every day.
Well, actually, I could have probably positioned better, like, under the sun.
It would be so much hotter in here.
Yeah, no, fuck that noise.
Yeah, this is
already
nice.
too hot in here.
I'm almost going to say, fuck the environment. Let's rev this baby up.
Put the air conditioning
Put
on?
the AC on?
Make it an audible nightmare.
It wasn't coming on that much. Like, I didn't hear it.
I mean, that's good.
Well, you know.
Did you go to Bana?
Oh, yeah. No, I went to, my cousin got married on Caravana, like, Saturday.
So rude.
Well,
I know.
She's West Indian, though.
Yes. I don't have any non-West Indian cousins to speak of.
Well, I mean, you're half French Canadian, half West Indian, so you would assume there would be at least half of your family that's not West Indian.
They don't want to talk to.
There's
his parents got married and half his family stopped talking.
Oh, they're from Quebec. That's right. That makes sense.
That's not 100% a joke. It's not half the family, but
racist bastards.
My mom's mom. She didn't talk to my mom for like 9 years.
Like, we work so hard to be all white.
Oh my god.
Her little brother was like still like young, and my mom said she saw him at the mall once, and he like ghosted her, like walked past her because his mom said don't talk to your sister.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She said it was just surreal to like watch your brother like just walk past you. Oh man.
To be fair, I do that to my brother, and there's no animosity whatsoever. I just don't want to talk to him.
I don't have the time. No, I went to my West Indian side. My mom only has one brother, and he didn't have any kids. And sure, I could have had second cousins from like her cousins' kids, but which I do, but they're all in like Winnipeg and Montreal. I don't. So if I say cousins, Guyanese.
Okay.
My cousin Christina got married to another Guyanese guy.
On Caravana.
Because
she thought the venues would be cheaper?
Maybe. That might have been something. I don't
Of course it isn't. Good. All venues are being booked out because there's an idiot who thinks I can get people to come to Brampton for a Caravana party. There's Caravana parties today. There's a Caravana party in that apartment's party hall today. I'm making that up, but probably.
We could probably see some Caravana-like people walking by.
Yeah.
What, like, do you mean just black people, or like what? Or you mean like costumed up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the costumes would be done,
Yo,
but like
did you
people partying today.
did you guys see Olivia Chow?
Yeah.
Hot piece of ass, Olivia Chow.
Oh my God.
Ooh, yummy.
No, I'm just surprised because she
I know why
she
Jack
waxes.
She waxes. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
70-year-old, or she's not 70. She's
Well,
like in her 60s.
To be fair,
70s, actually.
70s.
She's in her 70s.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, she's Asian. I'm assuming not a lot of hair going on.
So ask that lady.
Yeah, how's your pussy hair, lady? Yeah, Olivia, she got in a little trouble for that because she was like out there partying and then people were...
In her granny panties?
Yeah, in her granny panties.
Well, I mean, she was decent. She taped them up so they didn't move.
That it wasn't have to do with the like
The outfit?
the outfit and the sexiness of it. It was Mayor of Toronto partying for these immigrants instead of dealing with the issues. That was like that kind of bullshit.
What do you mean? It's cultural, integration.
I know people don't care. They just want to get
like
mad
everybody,
at everything.
every mayor has technically been in on Caravana.
Yeah, I miss David Miller in a thong. That was nice.
What about Doug Ford in a thong? Or not Doug? What is the other one? Rob Ford. In a
Rob
thong.
Ford. The other one, the dead one. You know,
The dead one. Yeah. We had last minute in that. Tory didn't do it, did he?
I don't know, but I'm sure he
was
attended.
he was a stuffy guy. He wouldn't.
No.
He wouldn't have liked that.
Well, he may not have liked
I think
dressing
he
up or
may have
something,
liked it.
but from his history, I assume he was fucking some girls.
Yeah. Too much temptation. That's what it probably was.
See the guy that shot a cop? Well, not at Caravana, but like after at one of the parties.
No.
Some guy, he was like a 20-something-year-old Guyanese Italian dude. And he'd been on the run for like 2 years already.
Yeah.
Or since 2022, he was on the run for killing somebody. And an off-duty cop saw him and like recognized him, and he shot the cop in the leg.
Fuck.
And they still got arrested.
An off-duty cop recognized. I'm probably picturing this wrong, but I'm just picturing, hey, boom, boom, boom. Aren't you?
Yeah, the cop was going to ask him for directions to a party.
I bet you the cop was at the party. They're both grinding on like some other girl. And he's like, I know that guy. You're supposed to be.
I know that
I'm
guy.
twerking on you, and you're paying attention to that guy. What's wrong with you?
It's like a comedy movie. They're in the daggering line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to this wedding. Oh, weddings can be fun.
Weddings are always fun. What do you mean?
all weddings are fun.
There's times when it's less fun, like long speeches, stuff like that.
Oh, white people weddings?
No, man. Some guy in these weddings have really long speeches.
Well, you gotta
And
have
too
that to
many
the
people.
corner. Like you have a mic and a camera, and you leave that there, and you just let drunk people go on and talk to themselves for like hours, and then you have the party on the side. That's how you're supposed to do like the speeches.
You should do like 4 speeches tops.
Yeah.
Limiting is
Get
good.
parents, bridesmaid, groomsmen. Done.
Yeah. Well, I think that's regular. That's I
Well,
think,
no, because the thing is, we don't do parents. So it would be groomsmen, bridesmaid,
What do you mean?
two close friends, and that's it.
You don't do parents?
No, my parents don't want to talk to people. My
Oh.
parents just want to eat and smile.
Yeah. Well, your parents don't talk, I don't think.
Not to
No
other
vow of
people.
silence.
Not to other people, but like family, yeah.
I've seen them several
Not to,
times.
yeah, not
They
to my
didn't even
friends.
speak to you guys in Tamil. They just were quiet the whole time I've been at your house. They don't talk.
Well, yeah, they do. Well, the thing is, my
They
mom.
do not talk. I've been to your house a bunch of times, and your parents do not say a word to each other, to you. I get it. Maybe they're not speaking to me, they don't, whatever. But to you, your brother, or each other,
Well, to be honest,
Hadn't said a
they
word.
don't want to scare you. They're like okay. They're nervous around us. When they get comfortable, they'll talk to us.
Okay.
We'll just let them be. Because that's how most of my friends were when they came over.
Yeah.
Because they're like mostly brown or immigrant kids who always get beaten by their parents, so they're always afraid of parents. And my
Right.
parents are like very open and they don't care. So they're just always like, oh, that's a wild, scared animal. Wait till it gets comfortable with us, and then it'll come talk to us, and then we can have a discussion. It'll be fine.
So your parents, it's like the SPCA for immigrant kids.
Pretty much.
What are your parents like? Are they
Fucking normal
social?
people, man. Yeah. So my mom talks too much.
Oh, okay. Well, she's an English teacher, isn't she?
No, she was a speech pathologist. Now
Oh.
she's retired. She's chilling.
That's the same thing.
English teacher and speech pathologist?
Yeah. No.
Teaching speech, it's English. If it was English,
Well,
I guess
she
you could be a
did
Persian speech pathologist.
the last 10 or so years that she was working, it changed because it used to be all kids with speech impediments.
Yeah,
And then her last 10 years, it was just kids who...
immigrant kids.
Yeah, whose parents didn't speak English.
Yeah.
So the kids I got to figure this out, I guess, on my own. And
Oh yeah.
you drop this accent and...
I don't know. It's so weird when people just live here. I'm not. I don't even mean this in a racist way, but you live here this long, you don't speak any English.
I think it's dope as hell.
No,
There's
I think it's
Chinatown-
hilarious as fuck.
Chinatown East over there.
Yeah.
And there's people that they just go about their whole lives. They've been
I know.
in Canada for 40 years and they're like, fuck that English
I
shit, man.
know, it's crazy. Imagine
I-
being here for 20 years and still somebody's like, "Hey, how much is this?"
Yeah.
No.
But they got Chinese markets over there. They can go to just yell
Yeah, it's
and
true.
fucking Mandarin about fish, and
Yeah.
they got ducks in the windows and stuff.
No, but
Yeah.
you go to school here. That's the thing that I don't
Yeah.
get. You were born here, so you go to school here, and you still don't know how to pronounce your L's.
I'm assuming those are the ones that are coming after 20 years old.
Something about accents must be hard to beat out of you, because I got newfies I work with.
Yeah.
There's one guy, he's been here since he was 12.
Yeah.
And he's 40, and he still has a newfie accent. And have you just not tried at all to not?
I know, to not be annoying and weird sounding.
But then I guess
all
people
that
say I have an
hate shit.
accent. I
A
don't.
little.
Yeah, you do.
I don't hear it much, but I guess that's why I would never be able to lose it. 'Cause I'm
But,
well, I
but
don't
you're
have one.
from the north, right? You're
Yeah. I'm just from a little podunk farm
Yeah.
where though?
outside Orangeville.
Orangeville. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have a mild one. It's not offensive. It's just there's the bagel stuff, but
Bagel.
not just that. There's even a tone, I guess, to your voice that's
Yeah.
He's like Caledon East.
Yeah.
People told me that when I started doing stand up in Toronto, and I never heard
Yeah.
it. Someone was like, "You have an accent." I'm like, "You have an accent."
yeah, well, yeah. But just you don't sound like Ben Duvall.
No.
You guys are both two white guys who are born in Canada,
Yeah.
but you guys sound different.
One of us has a boat. The other is an heir to some cows.
I'm an heir to the cow.
But can you tell the
empire.
difference between him and Chris Clark?
Me and Chris Clark?
Yes, because that's one's Orangeville,
Wait,
the other
yeah.
one's Shaw.
Fucking video stopped.
One's got all of his teeth. Is it Chris Clark's missing a tooth?
Yes.
Yeah. That probably affects how he talks.
I saw a guy at a young comic, and I told him he looks like Chris Clark, and his friend just started laughing.
Be careful what you tell people they look like. Somebody told me I look like Post Malone. I was like, that's very rude.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a very rude even if I looked exactly like Post Malone, don't tell me that.
I don't think you look like Post Malone.
That's not going to make my day better. Notoriously ugly celebrity, Post Malone.
What if somebody said you look like a young Alec Baldwin before he shot somebody?
I want to be one with some street cred. A post-shooting Alec Baldwin. He got away with that.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, he didn't.
It was a prop gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now moving forward.
Well,
You can
yeah, if he
shoot
does it
anybody.
again. I think if he does it again, we'll probably raise some questions. I think you shoot one person accidentally, you can probably slide on that.
Wasn't it the young chick's fault? The gun
Yeah,
lady?
the gun. They made a woman the gun person. That's probably the first mistake.
Yeah, well, because basically it's supposed to be a prop gun, and because they wanted the bang, the loud noise, it had one of those filler rounds.
Mm.
But those guns, you're supposed to put a cap at the end of it.
Mm.
So when you're doing the scene, though, you see it's like an orange cap, but because you're taking the shot from behind the gun, you don't see the cap.
Mm.
She thought the cap was going to be on screen, so she didn't put it on, and that's what allowed the bullet to fly out.
I don't want
So it's
this ugly
all her
cap.
fucking fault.
Why wouldn't they just use a green cap and then green screen it? I guess you could orange screen it too.
Yeah.
Well, no,
just green.
orange is, I guess, the hazard symbol.
Yeah.
It's funny that maybe I didn't research this properly, but it did seem weird to me that everyone was mad at Alec Baldwin, and then they go, "Who would even point a gun at somebody? You're not supposed to point it right at the person. You're supposed to point it if that's the camera's the person." No idea what he's saying. Yeah, you point. You point at the person. They were saying like, oh, he was supposed to point like just askew or something like that. And I'm like, how does that explain it as his fault?
Yeah.
They said, here's a prop gun. He goes, oh, all right, you know.
Yeah. I played with prop guns. I did a thing for Brovodani way back in the day, like Batman versus Dexter. And I was a bad guy. I was one of the Penguin's henchmen, I think.
Yeah.
And I got a fake gun. I pointed at everybody that day.
Yeah, it's
Everybody
fun.
was like, stop.
Yeah.
But you do that all the time. Even when you get a BB gun, you point it at people.
I put it in my waistband. I forgot about it. And I went out for a cigarette, and I was just on the street with a gun in my waistband, like sticking out.
If I gave you a cap gun right now, do you think you would play with it today?
Yes.
I would hold it to your head immediately after you gave it to me. I would say, give me everything else now, too.
I would pretend suicide at least 3 times.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I never did that because I didn't understand suicide to the extent that I understand now. That's a very funny joke, is to hold a cap gun to your head and yeah. It's probably hurt your ears though. It's real loud.
No.
Not gun loud, but
Not that loud.
No, it's not that loud.
it's pretty loud.
It won't even give you tinnitus.
It's like a flick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a cap gun today.
It'll scare the crap out of people though if you go up behind them and just go scare the crap out of them.
In my neighborhood, 2 things that do happen are shootings and fireworks. Not related to any holiday or anything like that. Like there's just fireworks all the time.
Oh yeah, the Indian bros around here like to do fireworks.
Oh yeah.
And then it's what if there is a holiday? Then it's just like the next like 3 weekends there will be fireworks until all the fireworks are done.
Well, they buy in bulk.
Yeah, they were shooting them off in between these buildings, like on the other side.
Yeah.
But like pretty close to my goddamn building. I was on my porch. Like,
Call the cops on them.
No. Well, the cops are around anyways. Like I've seen them pull up twice since we've been here.
Yeah, but unless there is an actual complaint, they're not going to do anything. They're just driving by to waste taxpayer money.
I'm not worried too much about my building catching on fire. I think I have renter's insurance.
You think?
I'll get my couch
I
back.
pay monthly, but I think I have renter's insurance.
Also, he's not worried. His cat dies, and he's like, "Oh, thank God I have renter's insurance."
Yeah, you give me a new cat.
New cat, easy peasy.
Plus, my cat's like 15. He's
Wow.
no, 13. Sorry.
How long do cats live? Same as dogs, like 15-ish?
I think like 20 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You must really get attached to those things.
That's
guess
horrible.
so. I already accepted my cat. I thought he was dead a couple years ago
Oh, really?
because he was at my parents still when
Yeah.
I was still living with Dobsky.
Yeah.
He didn't want the cat there with the dog. And my cat got out of my parents' house and then was just gone for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And I just assumed the coyotes got him.
Yeah, yeah.
And 2 weeks to the day, he just showed back up in the backyard. He was like at the door, like, let me in.
Like he was on a bender, and he's like...
But he was all fucked up after, too, because he was, like, dehydrated.
Oh,
I guess he hadn't drank or eaten anything for the 2 weeks. So he was all skinny and his paws were fucked. And
But he couldn't find a fucking puddle or something?
I think he got lost in the cornfield. And it was summer.
Oh, okay.
So he just walked around the cornfield for 2 weeks.
I hear that's a real thing. Like, if your cornfield's big enough, you can get lost in it.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you just, like, it's like the desert. If you don't know what direction they head in, you'll just keep walking. And
it's
then you'll
like-
give up, turn the other way.
The way the roads are go, you don't really walk straight the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there'll be like one kind of, it'll just slowly push you off track.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll get lost in there. And they cut you up, too.
Oh,
badly,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They're like paper cut. You get a bunch of little paper cuts all over you around through a
or corn
cornfield.
cuts.
And if you're not tall enough to see where the sun is and you can't orient yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But we should do corncast.
Corncast. Let's think of all the C cast. Carcast, corncast,
We
cutcast. Only women.
do a podcast in the middle of a cornfield where we don't know how to get out.
As long as we drive in, I'm okay.
We'll get wireless
We'll drive
mics
out.
and GoPros on everybody, and we can hear each other in our headphones.
Be like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could probably record a phone call. I think we can figure this out.
Oh yeah.
if we're all on a call, walking and filming ourselves, I could probably splice it all together to a pretty funny corncast.
That would sounds like a nightmare to edit.
Absolutely. I'll be honest. Even this is a nightmare to edit, and all I have to do is go audio, video, let's line this up, and that's annoying.
Yeah. I started editing my stand-up clips.
Yeah,
Nightmare.
yeah,
I hate doing it. I got one. I did a hairiest tummy contest.
yeah.
One night
Oh, you told me about that.
where I got the audience to all show me their tummies.
Yeah.
And see who had the hairiest.
It's not even cold.
And I gave up. I thought it was gonna be a really funny clip, but I had to like zoom in on the audience, try to get them
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the video too. I gave up. It's like it's not as funny for how much work I have to do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the ultimate clip. If you're filming yourself on, I haven't done that yet.
Film yourself.
You're supposed to, and
Yeah.
then like post shit clips and be like, oh, and then people who aren't funny do find them funny, and then they come to your shows. But like,
You mean audience members? Yeah.
yeah.
People who are.
Yeah, I gotta put my window down. It's just too hot.
Oh yeah. Everybody.
And I want
That one does not go
Can I
down
smoke a
all the
cigarette in
time.
here too? I get one.
I know, but I've
Smoke a
realized
cigarette
the
in the
one
car?
rule has to be a moving vehicle rule.
Let's get moving. There's a roundabout.
What's because I like
Whoa! What happened up here?
what the hell is that?
What?
Like on my on the top of my car.
You got blood splatter. Who got shot in here?
No, that's probably
It's either that or hot and sour sauce.
yeah. Somebody was eating something in my car and there's honestly the back seat is the most disrespected thing by passengers. They think you go like I don't check it all the time because I don't sit in the back seat, and then every once in a while I see something and I'm like, why would you leave this mess in my car? It's rude.
Oh yeah. Well, how many people do you have in your back seat?
Often a lot.
Ooh.
Like I drive a lot of people.
Comics.
Comics,
Comics are the worst in the back seat.
Yeah.
teenagers that are friends with my girls' kids.
Teenagers are the worst. Teenager
Yeah.
comics are the worst.
Yeah.
They're the same.
Same level of decency.
Yes, I hate them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's bothering me. That's gonna really bother me now. I'm gonna watch that.
I don't even understand how it would come to get a stain on the roof. Like stain on the seat.
Something exploded.
No, but there's nothing else. So someone touched the ceiling, saw that they made a mess, and was just like, "Oh,
Well, they cleaned up part of it. Just like
you think that's why they? You think they missed that?
Well, they actively were like, I'm not cleaning that. Because it's hard to miss. Well, then again, you didn't notice it. Who knows how old this shit is?
No. It's
There's another one over here.
I know. It's like,
so somebody. Yeah.
it's a huge splatter.
You know, it'd be funny if I'm just acting dumb and I really did murder somebody. I'm like, shit. Oh, weird. Weird.
Like, people in the backseat are so disrespectful. I could kill them.
Yeah. Anyway, Lee will not be on the podcast ever again.
Why?
I killed Lee.
What a pointless murder that would be.
I know.
He'll do it himself.
No.
You could have videotaped it. It could have been like Goblin and Ogre
Oh.
Productions.
I hope they got some of those birds in the background of the video. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you've picked up on it. This video stopped at some point. I probably when I tried to turn on the
Flash? I'm
Flash.
pretty sure that's when you pause
I
on that.
paused it. Yeah, because I guess if it has to like reset or whatever.
Oh, you have chubby figures?
Well, now it's just gonna. Son of a bitch. But now the good part about that is for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, we're just gonna have straight video of just Felix.
Oh, that's
In the video.
fantastic.
We did that once for one of our podcasts. It didn't record, so all I had is the second video that like Lee used to be in love with, of like whoever our guest is, just have one video on them. So then our whole podcast was just our guest. Like you're just watching him talk. Oh man. Yes, the wedding. Getting back to that, I had so much fun. I drank a lot. You feel hangovers. I know it's overstated, but you just feel like shit. But it's not. I've never been the headache guy. That's why I always think like, oh, I'm not hungover, because like I don't get headaches.
Yeah.
But it's just like you just realize you're shitting a lot and your stomach hurts.
I've taken 3 shits today.
Yeah, he's hungover right now.
Are you as well?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm good
I've
today.
taken 3 shits today, but I'm not hungover.
No, you're just.
I just took a
you're just
laxative tea
Tamil.
yesterday.
You slimming tea.
Slimming tea, yeah.
That
Chinese slimming
that
tea.
goat goes right through you.
What was
we went to the Pickering Casino yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's the Pickering Casino's nice.
I built the building across the street from it.
The hotel?
Wendy's.
No, across just a warehouse.
Oh, got it. Other side, yeah.
Yeah, Pickering is pretty good.
Super expensive.
Yes.
Did not expect it. Like, I went to the blackjack table, and I'm like, what's the minimum bet? He's like,
Yeah,
25. And I'm like, in what country?
Yeah.
You mean in Yang or whatever? Like, because you see a lot of Asian people there. There's so much fucking Chinese people in there.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, $25 minimum bet. Falls View is $5. And I thought Falls View was expensive.
Have you been to the new Woodbine?
That's
casino yet?
the next one I want to go to.
No.
I haven't been yet. I went one night. I was gonna go in. I was like driving home, like back to the city from Orangeville,
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped there to go
Yeah.
in. But then I was like, I don't know. I just don't want to go to a casino by myself.
What do you mean? That's when you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was losing a lot of money sports betting already at the time,
Oh, really?
so I was like, "What? You
Well,
gotta
that's
pick a
what
path
happens when
here.
you're a Leafs
You can
fan.
either be a drunk or a gambler.
Not
But
both.
please don't do both at the same time. That's too much.
I think more people than you're making it sound like do both.
Sometimes you got to drink because you're very sad because you lost all your money. Then sometimes you lose all your money because you're too drunk to gamble well.
That's right.
So what sport do you gamble on?
Mostly MMA.
Okay.
Been trying to get into some of this Olympic stuff, but
Yeah.
it's too hit or miss. I can't be doing all the research to find out fucking this Algerian lady is boy or girl to find out if I should bet on her.
Oh yeah. The fucking Italian destroyer.
Yeah, I think she's a girl.
Well, we said we were going to do an NFL podcast. You can be our
Oh, yeah.
gambling correspondent there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Sport I
forgot
know
about
nothing about.
It's a podcast is going to be about him talking about the NFL and me learning what NFL is. I don't watch football.
That's a pretty good idea.
You know, I was pissed. Like a couple weeks ago, I was at like a comedy show or whatever, and like some comic that I don't really know that well, he's like, "You watch football?" And I was like, "No." And then he tried to give me that like Patrice O'Neal, like, "Oh, I can't believe you're a dude. You don't watch football." And I wanted to spit in his face, and I go, "Look, I don't really pay attention to any sports anymore." But this is not football country. I don't have to fucking watch your dumb sport. I can watch hockey and spit in your face.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that a lot. Like, and they're like, "Oh, how are you Canadian? You don't watch hockey?" And I'm like, because it costs a lot of money to watch it. It's not free on CBC anymore.
That's true.
And they're like, "Oh,
True, but at least that's more valid. I don't want someone fucking bothering me about not watching football in Canada. We don't. It's not even our top 3 sport. It goes hockey, basketball, curling. No,
Probably football in there, I
no,
guess.
baseball.
no, I would probably say MLS.
Baseball?
Baseball before.
Well, MLS is getting big too.
Yeah, MLS
Yeah.
is pretty big.
Soccer has blown up.
Yeah.
It's not
See-
football.
Well, we have a lot of Canadian players that play football.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What's a
Lot of-
lot? 5?
No, there's like good 20 or so. And they're like really good players too.
See, this is the type of white people I'm talking about in my neighborhood. This is
Yeah,
the guy that
yeah.
asked you if you're going to run your Subaru into Asian people.
Is that what he asked?
Yeah, he said, Subaru,
Yeah, but
you
he's
going to
wearing
drive
two
it into
shorts.
Asian people?
He's wearing two pairs.
Yeah, he's wearing shorts on top of shorts.
In case his first shorts get muddy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I told this story yesterday at baseball. I think it's kind of... Have you guys ever pissed yourself? as
Have
an
we
adult?
ever?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sort of.
Like, I peed myself once. I had to go take a piss.
Yeah.
And I was drunk. And I was like, as I'm pulling my dick out, my body just like let go too early.
Yeah. Okay.
And I
get
peed
you.
all over my
Sure.
shorts.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
But I was walking
That
home.
doesn't count.
I was walking home and I stopped at like a fish and chips place. And I like had my piss all over my pants. And I'm like, I got to do something about this. And so I went into the bathroom and I took my pants off and I put them in the sink and I made the shorts all wet.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I was like,
That's the move.
Yeah.
stain be gone.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
the whole pant is wet.
You know where you're missing though? You have to wet your entire shirt too. You have
Yes.
to be soaked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it seems like you came out of a freak rain shower.
There was an
Right.
incident.
Yeah.
But then you forget to
It's a
wet
weather
your
miracle.
shoes. So then they're like, how would you have dry?
Well, you don't wear your shoes.
Balance.
Yeah.
You jumped in a fountain.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Take your shoes off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wet your whole body. And then that comes off as
Yeah.
you didn't pee yourself.
Mm.
The only time I can say I've peed myself in the last 10 years. I've had some close calls like what you described, but it's more about I didn't mess myself, but I definitely hit the floor and stuff, whatever. But I was in the ocean, and I had to pee, and people have told me so many times, no, Sanker, nobody gets out to pee when you're in the ocean. You just pee.
Yeah,
in the ocean.
You're in the ocean.
But I always get out. But this time I decided, I'm going to be like every other human being. I'm going to act normal. I'm just going to pee. But wearing the mental block to wearing shorts and peeing was the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. I made it, but it only tinkled a little, and I still had to get out because I just couldn't. But technically, I peed myself.
I shit myself once wearing pants.
Yeah?
Purposely.
Purposely?
Purposely. I was driving home.
Wait. Felix and I are going to guess the purposes. Felix, you go.
Purposely.
Why would someone of Ian shit himself on purpose?
I was 21. If that helps.
Thank you. That might.
Long drive home.
No, but still, he would pull over.
No.
Shit on the.
No. That's it. Long drive home. Still buzzed. He wasn't drunk. He's sobering up, but still not completely sober. And there was a good song on the radio.
So he just didn't want to waste the time and lose the song.
Yeah, Sweet Home Alabama.
So he shits himself. Okay.
Yeah, I love Leonard Skinner. Shit myself, listen to some Leonard.
I'm gonna go with pure comedy. There was some friend made him laugh. He's 21. He thought it'd be funny. He was drunk. He thought it would be funny to shit himself, and they were outside a bar.
Okay, not drunk.
Not drunk.
Short drive home. It was maybe 8 minutes from my house.
Oh, damn.
By myself.
Okay.
Not
So
doing
no one's
it,
entertainment.
just me.
No.
Just wanted to see what it was like.
No.
To a point. I had to take a piss, and I pulled over to take a piss on the side of the road. I had to shit, but I pulled over to take a piss to try to let some pressure off.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that didn't work. I was like, fuck it. It was like 11:30 at night. I was driving back to my parents. I was like, I was standing on the side of the road, and I'm like, let's just see what this is like.
Oh, so you weren't even
No, so
driving.
you shit outside. You didn't shit in your pants, though.
No, I was wearing my pants, standing up on the side of the road, and shit in my pants, and then took them off.
Why? Why?
Took them and my underwear off and left it in the middle of the road and drove home just wearing a t-shirt.
And if you're already off,
And my socks were off because I used my socks to wipe my butt.
Well,
Because it made a huge mess. Because you don't think about it, if you're standing up and shit yourself, it rolls right down your leg. Like it doesn't stay in your pants or in your underwear.
There was one time I used to deliver the Toronto Star back in the day, and I used to deliver to, like, these buildings and shit. So you just go in through the front door, and then you come down like the side stairs and shit. So I came out through the side stairs, and there's a guy there. I'm not gonna say the race or nationality or whatever, but he was like, "I need a newspaper," and I was like, "These are all like taken for. Like, I mean, people paid for these." He's like, "Here's $20. Just give me a fucking newspaper." So I was like, "Okay, no problem. Here you go, free $20, right?" Then I go into the next building, and I come out of that building, and the guy's there taking a shit. It was like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
But he's taking a shit because he couldn't hold it, reading the newspaper.
No.
And then I was like, okay, now don't make eye contact, right? You just got a free 20. You're going to give him some privacy. Just walked away. And then I go to the next building, and I come out, and I see that newspaper just covering the shit.
That has to be a prop. Like, I'm thinking, like, did he actually read an article and get through it?
Well, he probably wanted it to dispose of the shit and wipe.
Yeah.
But then while he's shitting, he's like,
Might as well.
Yeah.
I spent $20 on it.
Yeah.
Might as well use it multiple ways.
He's there. He's like, look at this whore, Olivia Chow, dancing.
I thought he was gonna like make it into some kind of
TP?
bowl,
Like,
origami it into like a little bowl to shit in.
No. He wasn't that nationality.
The type that gets run over by Subarus, apparently.
Yes.
That guy was weird.
That was so weird. I didn't know what that's
Then he
what
went
he
to
said.
go buy drugs because he went back behind the building there.
That's where you
get your drugs, and then
Yeah.
maybe gave them a pair of shorts in exchange.
Oh man, yesterday I saw a guy. I don't know what he was on, but he was on something speed, something an upper, because he was very energetic.
Yeah.
Just dancing in the middle of the street, and the best part was like I was in the SUV with the windows up, air conditioning, and music blasting, and he was and I swear to God, he was dancing so well that whatever song was playing, he was dancing to that beat. It made sense to whatever song, because everybody in the car was just like, he's doing a good job. Stay away, but like he's doing a good job.
That sometimes is when you see a homeless person just having a time.
Yeah.
You're like, doesn't seem all bad, right?
No,
There's some fun parts.
It's just in the middle of the street. That's where the problem is.
Yeah.
Like if he's in the corner, like who cares? But
It's my dream to do like at least hour-long interview with like a real homeless guy.
We could literally grab one.
Yeah.
But shove him in the back seat with Felix.
Safely.
no, why? I already have a problem with the blood splatter and dog hair. Now you want a homeless person in here too?
Blood splatter and dog hair doesn't seem so bad though.
I'm really confused about who. That just makes me mad. Makes me so mad that somebody, because whoever did it knows they did it
Yeah.
and left it there.
Oh, you should do an investigative series where you invite everyone who's been in your car for the
And I
past,
test their
like,
finger size to see
couple
if it's
months.
there. Yeah.
And you do a podcast and you go, oh, I didn't know. I just noticed that. Look at their eye.
I test them. Yeah, no, I want to talk to I want to see like homeless guys and talk to them and see like what's, because I do think I don't want it to be like a sad. I don't want to be like, oh, Vice and it's all sad. I want to talk to them about like the good days. Like that's my real podcast
Talk
idea.
to Anthony Schofield.
He was the guy who used to come by
The corner, yeah.
Yeah. I definitely want to interview
Shit show.
him.
He
Is that his nickname?
That's his like Instagram thing.
Oh.
But he was like an original squeegee kid.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
90s?
He told me that. Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like 14 out there squeegeeing, doing drugs, and
That's what.
Anthony, is that Toronto Batman?
no, that's Alex Provedani.
Yeah. A lot
of comics
the
with
ex-homeless
A
person,
names.
way cooler.
Well, yeah. But even that I would do is like talk to comedians about their non-comedy jobs that might be interesting. Like I would love to talk to Brovo about his years being Toronto Batman, but I just feel like he gets annoyed if you mention that's what like
He
you want
loves
to talk
when you
about.
mention it.
I thought you did a podcast about him being Toronto Batman.
Sort of, but
One where you're not making fun of him for being Toronto Batman.
that's right.
You're being encouraging about Toronto Batman.
No, I'm picturing I have an English accent and the camera is behind my shoulder, just catching my shoulder, and we're interviewing him. Those type of interviews. And I just ask questions about
So-
Like Gonzo.
yeah.
Gonzo.
You're gonna do an accent?
Yes. Whole time.
I feel like it'll be taken less seriously if you're doing an accent.
Now, why did you become Toronto Batman? How's that? Toronto Batman?
Why not Toronto Flash?
Toronto, we need a Toronto Flash if you're not the Batman anymore.
There's like a buried Batman.
What's the
who's
animosity with
doing
Toronto
beef.
Spider-Man?
Toronto
No.
Spider-Man's a cunt.
Yes, he is.
I hate that guy. Peter Parkour.
Is that what he calls himself?
Yeah. He what?
No, I mean Peter Parkour.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
not
you
that
were
really
saying, 'cause
trash
that
person
lady-
walking by?
I
No,
mean,
Peter Parkour, he used to when I would bark for the corner, I was
Yeah.
handing out flyers and he would try to like I had a battle with him and like homeless people from my corner
yeah.
where I was handing out flyers.
Yeah.
So homeless people wanted to beg for change. And Peter Parkour wanted to set up fucking nets and string all over the place.
Yeah.
And he was just a dick to have to interact with. And he would shoot you with silly string sometimes.
I mean,
Fuck you, dude.
that's a part of it.
I don't want to be shot with silly string. I'm not a bad guy. I'm a good guy.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Well, maybe he's bad.
We should just jump him.
We should jump him.
You just jump him.
He rides
There's a bunch of
skateboard.
comedians just roll up on CN Tower and just jump Toronto Spider-Man and just leave.
I just thought of my new YouTube. I'm trying to think of YouTube ideas. I told
Jumping Spider-Man.
Jumping
no,
Every week?
You know what? You could probably talk him into it.
assaulting Toronto legends.
Assaulting.
That's every video is a new legend that we assault.
Hey, chair girl.
Chair girl,
Knock
Toronto
chair
Spider-Man, Toronto Batman. We have to beat up Provedani. Xanta, assault him.
We hit him in the head, give him brain damage the other way. away. He's just back to
He
normal.
wakes up. He's an elf now. It gets worse. The Jesus guy at the corner of Yonge and Dundas.
Oh yeah, fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
he'd be hard to beat up because he got all those crosses everywhere.
That's true.
Protecting
That's
him.
true. You gotta be careful, but still,
It's a
we
good-
still do
I
it.
would dress up
Shell.
as Hellboy to beat the shit out of him.
Hellboy. And then I don't mean all crazy people. Like we beat up PJ Phil. He's around Toronto sometimes.
Philly Fresh?
Oh,
I don't know.
We should
from
beat up
YTV.
Michael Landsberg.
PJ Phil.
I was hanging with him at the corner the other night.
He
Phil?
was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's insult him. I love him.
He's pretty nice.
He
Yeah.
was there when I was a kid. Helped me through some tough times. But him and PJ
we all
Paul.
we have like t-shirts on and just beat him up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Wink
Slime-
Yahoo.
Slime him after.
We gotta
Yeah,
fuck
slide
the
him out
shit
there,
out
yeah.
of Wink Yahoo for sure.
Is he still around doing
Okay.
stuff?
If he is, we're taking
I
him
wonder what
down.
the Punisher's doing.
Who's the Punisher?
He
He
was
was
the guy
a
who
Wink-
slimed kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Slime time.
Yeah. You look like a tough guy because you were a kid, but now if you grow up, he's probably just an overweight guy.
Yeah, he looks like a BDSM bear daddy. He's a big guy in a gimp mask.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, that's my new YouTube idea. My last one is I want Ian. I'm gonna have a YouTube channel where Ian teaches me how to be a man, and we just do manly things.
Yeah, say no to your girlfriend.
That's right.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
No.
No, I'm going drinking. Stuff like that. Hitting her. It's different stuff.
You sounded so childish right there. I'm going drinking. You can't stop me, mommy.
I need
I'm
Baba.
doing it.
How do you know my pet name for her? Yeah, but no, my new one, I'm fully behind this, is assaulting Toronto legends. I'm going to make a
Okay.
list of all Toronto legends in my head. PJ, Phil, and Paul, Xanta, all the crazies, but
Crane
then some
Girl.
others. What?
Crane girl.
Crane girl.
Crane Girl and
Chair girl.
Chair
it
girl.
will culminate with, some famous, more political figures.
Digging
Michael
up Rob
Landsberg.
Ford's body.
Michael Landsberg, Rob
Yeah.
digging, yes, and dusting his forehead. That's me. But still, it's a part of the YouTube channel, and you got to maintain your integrity.
Yeah.
I'm not going to not do things because I feel bad.
I mean, that's what. Out of all the excuses you have, that's the least relevant excuse that you use. I feel bad.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I won't
You don't
stop.
do things. Yeah.
I'll say to them, some of the people I'm insulting, I'll go, you don't understand. I don't want to do this, but the fans demand it.
Like, I'm
The
doing it
two
for the
people
likes.
that are subscribed to that.
Smash
My
that
mom
like
and dad.
button. Smash that like button. And I will smash this old elderly man that I've justified being called a legend.
You're a Toronto legend. What? I just... What? No, we all see you.
Yeah, Toronto old guy.
There's like some fucking big wrestler who's like a Toronto legend. Like, I don't know. Who? Is there any-
Edge.
Is there Toronto wrestlers?
He's from Orangeville.
Yeah, but when we're from Orangeville, we say we're from Toronto.
I know.
When you go
Oh,
elsewhere,
Tiger, whatever his name is.
Tiger Ali Singh.
Yeah, he's here.
Yes, I saw.
His house is on Steels.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It has
Huh?
tigers on it.
Good for him.
Actually, no, it has lions on it.
Lions.
that old Chinese doctor, Kenny versus Spenny used to always use.
Dr. The foot guy, right? With
Yeah.
the insoles?
Dr. Yao or whatever.
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Yi?
No, who? Doctor Who?
But-
Doctor some kind of sound.
Either
Yeah.
way. Either
Dr.
way, that also
Sound.
brings up I'm assaulting Kenny and Spenny. Both of them.
No,
Toronto
neither
legends.
of them are here.
No, yeah, they're in America now.
No, they're in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg? I knew they were in like New York doing shit.
Yeah, but they're from Toronto.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we're not.
Yeah.
What,
No, I can travel. If my channel gets big enough, I can find people who are from Toronto and assault them where they are. Like Jim Carrey from Toronto, assault him, right? And others.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, Mike Myers, yes, is
I
from
think
Scarborough.
Drew
Yeah.
Carey's been here before. You can just assault him for visiting Toronto
Yeah,
once.
people who really like Toronto assault them too.
Charles
Ludacris used to
Barkley.
come to Caravana every year, assault him.
Muggsy Bogues played for Toronto.
That's right, assault him.
Yeah.
Beat up his little ass.
Yeah. I'll beat up my favorite basketball player of all time, Jerome JYD Williams.
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, Junkyard Dog.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Okay, that's fine. We're at we're at 53 minutes. Check out Effin Ferg on Instagram, I guess.
Yep.
And check out Fijo. What is it?
Fijo Shami on Twitch.
That's right. Guys, thank you so much. Go to your brother-in-law's dinner thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sort
I
of.
think I have to walk to Kensington.
That sounds like a mission.
Yeah, I hate Kensington.
I could offer to drive you guys, but I'm not going to.
No, it's part of the adventure. It's part of the appeal.
All right, well, you can go.
Thank you.
All right. I'm just okay. Thank you.